Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. Also, a little bit of a weekend update, in which we'll briefly talk about what I expect for Bitcoin. And the thumbnail is probably something like big moves coming for Bitcoin, and we'll talk about that. But we also have to talk about some disappointment yesterday, of course, because well, usually Friday to Saturday provided us with some very big bullish moves, at least the last two Friday to Saturdays. And that was very different this time around. We did not really move at all. We did get a spike late in the evening yesterday, but it just resulted in, well, arguably even a lower low. So we'll talk about everything around that. So let's get right into it. Right now, Bitcoin is, I would still argue, is very bullish. Volume is decent. Volume yesterday, it's actually pretty funny, is that yesterday the volume did not even spike that much. There was just... overall, last week we've just been stable, which is pretty good at these levels, but it's obviously not something to write home about. And apart from that, dollar strength index is still low, but it's basically at the same levels. We can briefly, we don't really need to check that out. But it's basically at the same levels. That's close in the weekend, so there's no need to really look at that. And apart from that, technically, you could also still argue that Bitcoin is bullish. Even though I said we made a new lower low, it's really not that really not that important right now. It's not a huge top. This one, it's more of a spike, and it's not like we're trending down. I mean, you can even argue that we're still trending up. I mean, we haven't even touched the 50 EMA. We haven't even reached down to that 50 EMA to retrace that red line. So we're still very, very bullish technically, and fundamentally, the main reason why I expect big moves for Bitcoin is because of a big fundamental week next week. As most of you might know, we will have, we will have the interest rate and the interest rate meeting from the Federal Reserve next week Wednesday, so in 4 days. And what's expected there is that the interest rate goes from 4.5 to 4.75, but what's perhaps even more important is what the Federal Reserve says around that. Usually there's a Federal Reserve meeting afterwards as well. I'm not sure if they'll have it this time around as well. I think so. But let's I'll confirm that probably in the Discord. But this is huge news. And then because we are expecting at least some monetary change, what I expect is that we'll receive bullish momentum because of that. Kind of the same happened right here, and I showed that yesterday as well. But in this period of time, the inflation rate also was already dropping, and what we expected is that the monetary policy, or at least the Federal Reserve, would say something about that, and that would have its effects on the monetary policy. Which in fact they did not say. So then we dropped down massively, down to 16,500 again. But leading up to that event, which was right here, the 14th in the evening, leading up to that event, we actually were very bullish. We went up by about, let's see, a total of 9% almost. But let's just, for conservative estimates, say around 7%. We went up. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen right now. I mean, 7% from where we are right here before, for example, would be 24,600, which is our price target. But yeah, I mean, in the end, I do expect those bullish moves. I do think that with that bullish momentum coming in, or at least expected by me next week, I think we can break above our main resistance level, which still really is 23,300. Take a break retest. I think the moment we break above that, we'll take the break retest and get up to the next level, which is technically between 24,250 and 25,250. But what I said yesterday as well, really the strongest level within that level is between 24,700 and 25,000. So that's my price target. I think we're going to get there. I think I'll make a new update on Bitcoin tomorrow as well, kind of depending on what the price action is. But for now, that's my take. So if you do have any questions, let me know, and have a great weekend. Bye.